Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us for today's webinar. My name is Anil Kumar Nakkala. I am the Assistant Professor in the Department of Aeronautical Engineering, KLS Gokta Institute of Technology. Today we are presenting a live session on insightful tips and strategy on GATE aerospace preparation by Dr. KV Kulkarni sir and Aishwarya Rani and myself. Coming to this today's presenter, Miss Aishwarya Rani. She was a JNTU Hyderabad topper and gold medalist, and she secured All India 31st rank in GATE 2020. So before starting our presentation, I would like to request Dr. T.R. Anil sir to speak few words. Sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, your voice is not audible.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Professor Kulkarni, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Yes, sir. Now it is good, sir. Yes.
Please go on, sir. Yes, sir.
Please go on, sir.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello?
sir. Your voice is audible to us. Please go on.
Hello.
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 Yes, sir. Sir. Yes, sir. You are audible.
Professor, can you hear me?
Yes, there may be some network issue, I think, in our department. Just we'll wait 1 minute. Probably sir will return, I think. Yes. Am I audible to all?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. You are audible.
Yes. So probably in our department, yes, some network issue is there. Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. Let us wait for him for 1 minute.
Yeah, I'm calling him just.
Okay.
Just 1 minute. Okay.
Hello, Professor Nakkala.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible, sir. Just.
Okay.
Yes, sir. You can continue. Yes.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's a great pleasure that we are having a webinar in our department that is on the topic insightful tips and strategy on GATE aerospace preparation. And I welcome Aishwarya Rani, who is pursuing MTech from IIT Kanpur, a gold medalist from JNTU Hyderabad, and GATE with the AR score of 31. I welcome her to this webinar.
Thank you, sir.
I also welcome Professor Kamlesh Kulkarni for this webinar, who will be giving you tips about how to prepare for the GATE. And also Professor Nakala, once again, he will also be giving you some strategies and tips for how to prepare for GATE. I welcome all of them, and I welcome students who are here for this webinar. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Yes, now I would like to request Miss Aishwarya Rani to share your experience with our students.
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, Aishwarya. Yes.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, HOD sir, Kamlesh sir, and also Anil sir. So, hi everyone, all my dear fellow aeronautical engineers. So here, my name is Aishwarya Rani, and I don't think most introduction is required, but Anil sir and HOD sir are already given. I'll straight away jump into the presentation then. Is it okay? Hello?
Yes, yes.
Sir, is the PPT visible?
Yes, Aishwarya. Yes.
Okay, so one second. Now is it full screen? Hello?
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes. It is full screen now.
Okay. So guys, I'm here actually to give you some tips and strategies that I followed during my GATE preparation for 2020. So here's my introduction. So I want to start with talking about the subjects. So we usually consider we have only 6 subjects while we study GATE preparation. So I wanted to remind you all once again about the subjects. We have math, flight mechanics, aerodynamics, aerospace structures, propulsion, space dynamics, and aptitude. Consider math and aptitude as subjects while you are preparing for your GATE. Why I'm telling this because I wanted to first involve in mathematics and aptitude importance. Why is it important? Most of it is because we have to cover we almost have 30 marks covered from maths and aptitude, and they're easy to score. First thing is they're easy to score, and why do people neglect this? Because we already have the confidence like we will be able to score in mathematics and aptitude, but that's not the case when you enter your GATE exam. That will not happen there because of all the pressure and all those stuff. So I'll give some small tip how to study these subjects. Most of them, what they do is they'll postpone these 2 subjects until the last minute, until like the last month or last few weeks before the GATE examination. That is really not advisable. So how to study these subjects is math and aptitude should be like your daily course. Like every day you have to do some part of math and aptitude. Like take it an hour or hour and a half, like 1 hour for mathematics and half an hour for aptitude. So what it does is like it will keep you on pace. You'll not forget any topics, and as well you cannot perform engineering without mathematics. So while you're solving your problems, also all those methods you solve every day, that will keep you on pace. And also, why do they need special attention? Because first thing is that they're very easy to score, and second thing, we should not be overconfident about them. And what will make the difference? You can understand, like for 100 marks paper, and you're getting a like free, like without any hardcore struggle, you're getting 30 marks. You can understand what that difference it can make. Because maximum in aeronautical engineer, 100 is not the score everyone can achieve. So mostly we can achieve like 80, 85, until 90 maybe we can go. But top 50 students, everybody will be around 60s and 70s only. They'll not be more than 70. And like they'll not be below 50 and more than 70, those last 50 students. So what it does is like it helps you in getting to those top 50. Though these two subjects are the main reason that will help you to get into those top 50. So, sir, until now I was audible.
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
Sir, I wanted to ask the students if my pace was really like fast, or can anyone reply for this?
No, no, it's okay. I mean, we are understanding what you're saying.
Okay, thank you. So first, now I would like to emphasize on revision strategies and material. How do you prepare for GATE? First thing I wanted to say is about the textbooks. See, every subject will have more than 10 to 12 textbooks. You know, like we have studied our in a BTech 4 years. So like every small topic is covered from different textbooks, and we compile all those and prepare our notes. So while you're preparing for GATE, like maximum per subject, use 3 textbooks, not more. Why I'm telling this is because every author has a different way, a different perspective of explaining topics, and every student will have different way of understanding. Once you start using more and more textbooks, it will lead to confusion. So what I did is like I selected 3 textbooks or 4 textbooks maximum if the topics are not covered in the rest 3. We use 3 or 4 textbooks to the most. You don't use many number of textbooks. And also keep revising these things. It is not like we have read this textbook once and it's done. It is not like that. You have to keep on revising them, and only revise those 3 textbooks. Don't go like I have revised these 3 for once or twice and I want to experience other things. You can really learn, like if you want to learn into the depth of the subject after your exam, you'll have a lot of time before getting into IITs, then you can learn things. It is not like that. So for this GATE exam, just concentrate on 3 or 4 textbooks. And how to study your subjects. So actually we have this 7 subjects, right? I have talked about math and aptitude. Like we have to study every day till the day of exam. Small topics, at least give 1.5 hours for these. And what I did for the other 5 subjects is like, I used to start like first 1-2 months, I have written like 2 subjects. I have chosen flight mechanics and aerodynamics parallelly. I have started these 2 subjects. So after a month and all, like almost 3/4 of the subject will be finished. Now we have to start introducing another subject. Like you have to, I started propulsion. So what I did was like these 3 were going on parallelly. What this will help you is like in examination, the questions are not like sorted, one subject after the other. It's not like that. It is like all jumbled questions. This type of preparation will help you in answering those jumbled questions. So it's not, you need not search like first I'll finish math questions, next I'll do flight mechanics questions. That much time will not have an exam. So when you start doing this 3 subjects, 4 subjects parallelly, that will really help you. Like now after the first month, 1 subject will be finished. So another subject you have to start introducing, like aerospace structures. Like as you go on, the subjects will be reducing. And as like you finish 1 or 2 subjects, it is not like you'll leave it there. Now here comes like a usage of 7 rule. I actually use this rule. First, today I finished one topic on linear algebra or something. So I keep the schedule on after 7 days. Like after a week, I'll keep the schedule of revision. For every topic, I used to do that. So it will be like 7 days, 14 days, 21 days, then a month. You revise after 2 months, then after 3 months, and just before exam. So that would be my goal. Like every topic I used to prepare it like that. What does this is like the amount of the number of revise will increase. What will happen? It's like we'll not lose the touch of the subject. I have finished 1 subject. I have 4 more left. So it's like as I'm busy with these 4 subjects, it is not like I lose touch with that subject just before exam. Oh, I forgot this topic. I should not I have to go back and prepare the material again. So that is the reason we use the 7 rule. And next, I want to emphasize on timetables and preparation of schedules. This is a very important thing because we have only 4 or 5 months for preparing studying. So what this one does, like timetables, you have to make them in such a way that you should finish them in a day. It is not like you will overload your timetable and then you will keep on postponing them to the next day. It is okay to start with a few chapters or few lessons in the beginning, first week, then increase the load, then increase. You judge your performance as well. You have to performance. Like, am I able to do this? Can I increase my load? If you do that and then prepare your timetables, if I prepare it for a week, don't prepare it until GATE exam. For every week you prepare. So it's like your schedule will be keep on updating for weeks. That is the thing you have to follow. And preparation of notes. See, there are seven subjects, and it is really hard. I know like how much syllabus will be there, so we have to keep track of things like what we are doing, from where we are doing. So it is like now I have finished this one. I have to revise it on today's first. I have to revise it on again on 7th. So I cannot go back to my notes and search like which problem I have done, from where did I do this. Oh my God, I'm missing the material. That should not be the case. So what it is did is like I keep track of everything. Just a minute. So can you see this Excel file? Hello?
Yes.
Please zoom in. Please zoom in a little bit.
Okay, so one second. Is it visible now?
Yes, it is visible now.
So this is actually a file that contains all the subjects. So what did I do? I wrote like all the chapters and their corresponding topics. And this highlighted screen, is it visible?
Yes, it is visible.
Yes.
So this highlighted screen is like from where I have notes, from which textbooks I am preparing, whatever tests I'll be writing, and what all PDFs I have, I don't have. Like these are the textbook references. See, this is for structures. I even wrote like for a certain topic, which examples I have solved, from which textbook it is. So what all assignments were given on that subject, like on that topic, and whichever textbooks I'm following, I keep on highlighting them. I have done this for each and every subject. So what it does is like whenever you're revising, you just go to that topic. As soon as you click that topic, you'll know like what are the things you need to revise, or where are the questions related to this topic. So while preparing notes, I use normally 4 notes. My main notes is like when I prepare some topic in a first time you're studying, you have to detailedly note down everything, like stepwise, each and every description, each and every derivation. That was my main notes. And short notes, when I revise it after a week, I used to just prepare a short notes, like for a 10-page notes, maybe a 1-2 pages notes. And for after every chapter, I used to write formulae. Like maybe on the sheets or maybe in the book, like anything you can do. So what does this do is that increase your speed while you're solving questions, because we are all used to like maybe when someone prepare for JE or for advanced, you'll know like you don't recollect all the formula, you don't remember them. Why we should remember for GATE exam is like it is restricted time for a GATE exam, and as soon as you see a question, you should be able to like recollect this is the topic, these are the formulas used, and you have to be able to deduce from the question like this is the data I have, this is what I have to find out. This formulas will seriously help you a lot while you're doing this. And how to revise the formulas I follow is like after a month, until 1 month, you don't stress on these formulas a bit. Like after 1 month, one subject will be finished, right? So already you will be having written formula. So every day in the morning, for half an hour in the morning and 1 hour at the night, you have to keep on revising these formulas. And this will really help you in solving the problems. And next thing is like quick notes. This one I prepared just 1 or 2 months before my GATE exam. What was this is like I almost into 100 pages book. I prepared all the 7 subject notes. The whole 7 subject notes, they were just like 100 pages. So what this one helped me is like last 2 months, I cannot keep on going and reading every description of every topic. So this book will help you like last minute preparation of your GATE exam. And coming to the tests, as high the number of tests you will write, that much more comfortable you will be in your exam. Because it is not like I know the topic, I have seen the questions, I'll straight away give the exam. That is not the case with GATE. See, every time it's a new question paper, every time it's a new professor or some new IIT that is preparing the paper. So we cannot expect the level of asking the questions or the level of English they use. for this year 2020, from my experience, it was really difficult to understand the question first of all. Like most of my friends who are really good at solving these questions than me were facing difficulty to deduce what the question was saying. And that was the main problem this year. That is what tricky. That is where the trick lies for that IITians. Like you have to be able to understand the question, you have to deduce what it says, and then be able to apply. Like mostly for one question, you cannot even give 3 minutes. Then how can you solve the whole paper? That is not possible, right? Until and unless you keep on practicing and solving questions. So that is the reason we have to give more number of tests and more number of problems. Like as you solve like different types of problems related to a topic, then there is no scope out of that bound to ask a question in GATE exam. So am I clear until now? Hello?
Yes, yes.
Okay, sir. And one more thing students face is like first day when we are starting the preparation, we'll be on high spirits. Like I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to finish in this much time. But after like 1 week, 1 month, your spirit dies down. Like somewhere you'll indulge in other activities and all. So to keep that up, I used to follow few things. First thing is my health. See, I can say like everybody, we all like work for until 3 a.m., 4 a.m. It's good to work until that time. But what will happen if you work until 4 a.m., you'll get almost like 3 to 4 hours sleep while you get up in the morning. And then you have to again start grinding. Then you have to again start revising. That will become really hectic. So keep in mind that minimum to 6 to 7 hours sleep is the must. You don't think like 7 hours sleep, I am wasting 7 hours, I only have 17 hours. That is really not a thing to worry. If you sleep really for those 7 hours, that will help you to really work for the 17 hours effectively without any disturbances in the between. I can even share my experience while I was preparing for JEE. I stayed in an hostel while I was preparing. And last 1 month before my JEE exam, I got sick and I had to get admitted into an hospital. So all my 4 years preparation for JEE, I started from 9th class. So all that went into waste and I didn't even qualify my mains. Because that last 1 month I was not able to give my best. So that is the case that happens if you don't take care of your health and just exert yourself. And after that, you know what will happen if you cannot crack. You'll start depressing and all that. Instead of and coping up from that is really difficult. So instead of doing all those things, initially if you take care of your health and maintain your happiness, that is more important. Don't get like sad if you're unable to solve a problem, or don't get depressed. Oh, what will I do if I don't do this exam? Those all are the things you have to worry later. Now this is a time like when you're preparing, you have to give your best. That's all. So that is about health and sleep schedule and room atmosphere. It's like your room where you're studying must be really peaceful, and you should be in a position like inspiring when you be in your room. It is not like lazily sitting on your bed or doing something. And I can actually share this picture. Is it visible? So the wall. Guys, is the picture visible? Hello, sir.
Yes, Aishwarya. Just it is not visible actually. Yes, now it is good. Yeah, you can explain.
Oh, okay. See, this is what I did for one side of my wall. Like I needed motivation. Like from every day in the morning, I used to see this wall. So these were some quotes that inspired me every day. So you can see I put down my revision strategy. One second. This was my revision strategy. These were all the subjects I have to concentrate. This was my goal. So and all these those thoughts will keep you on par with what you have to do. They'll just keep on motivating you. You can't expect someone else to start motivating you every day or every week. It is not like someone is going to give a session and you keep on inspiring it just after the session and that spirit dies down. That should not be the case. You have to create your own inspiration. So this is what I used to do. Like, you get bored after a week because everything gets into your brain, but until the gate exam, just keep every day in the morning, watch that wall. It will help you to go one step ahead every day. And another thing, like this generation, we are so much into social media and internet. Just until you prepare for this gate exam, get off from all the social media. That will really help you, because almost social media takes like 4 to 5 hours of a day. Will not know, but really it will take. And also, I used to do the small things like to cheer me up while I was doing this preparation. You have to give your appreciations for yourself. Like after you finish a chapter or a unit or 1/3 of the syllabus, you start appreciating yourself, like buy yourself chocolates. And one more thing is really important, like every day just go an hour for a walk or a half an hour. It really helps you, like refreshing your mind. And it is like after you did that, no, your performance will start increasing, because all the thoughts, and like daily will be revising, daily will be doing some problems, will get some feedbacks, all those things will pressurize your brain. So just like half an hour, 1 hour walk, what it does is like it will help you relax, and again you can step up and continue working. See, little breaks are really important. It is not like I'll sit at a time for 12 hours. It is not possible for any human. So like after 2 hours, take a small break. Like after an hour, take a small break, and keep drinking water. It is really good for health while you're studying. I know, like it sounds really odd. Like, why am I telling keep drinking water? But it really reduces your pressure. It's like I have read this also from some. I heard this on one seminar. Like your brain releases some hormones that are harmful for you while you keep on studying for hours together. And water is the only source that will help you calm it down. So keep drinking water, do like small exercises, and go outside of the house. It's not like you have to get constrained to your room for at a stretch of 8 to 10 hours like that. And also give some small appreciations to yourself. Like buy a chocolate for yourself. It need not be 100 rupee chocolate. It can be a 10 rupee chocolate. So it's like keep on appreciating yourself. That will build your spirit. So these are the small tips I used to follow to build my spirit. I am saying again, there are so many things that will distract you. But see, when something you want, like from the bottom of your heart, and that becomes your goal, then there is nothing that can stop you. There is really nothing. I know so many reasons will be there for this generation, but there's really nothing that can stop us. And this is like, if anyone's wondering, I am just giving like talks and all. These were my formula sheets. I can zoom it. Sir, are they visible?
Yes, Aishwarya, yes.
Now?
Somehow some clarity is missing, but anyway, those are our formula sheets, right?
Yeah, yes, sir. You can understand that they are my formula
Yes,
sheets.
yes, that's good.
See, for every subject I used to do. So these were always pasted to one side of my wall. I did not take a snap when they were pasted, but these were pasted on a wall for me. Every day I used to read this in the morning and the evening. That's for sure. I used to never miss it, because even if I miss it, I used to take time in the between of the day. You should compulsory revise it twice, because there are so many things and you obviously will forget. It is not like we are having so much IQ brain that will remember all of this at a time. It takes revision and it takes time. And don't get down if you're unable to remember. It really takes time. After a month, you'll really get accustomed to that. So can I continue, sir, or?
Yes, Aishwarya, you can continue. No problem. We have so much of time.
Okay. Okay, sir. So I wanted to give some tips for handling examination hall. I know, like throughout the BTech, we have given so many exams. We have handled pressures. It's not nothing new. But still, this gate exam pressure is something different, because after this step you'll enter into something new, and it's like that is like a changing point for your life. You suddenly go from a graduate, a postgraduate, or you will get into some very good jobs. So that is a different level for us in a life. I can understand like it will be a different level of pressure as well. So to handle these pressures, first thing is like you keep on write number of tests so that you will get accustomed to that paper first thing. So uh, give at least 30 to 40 papers like for the grand test. Every semester which you're giving a test is different, and the grand tests are different. That will really help you how to understand how to divide your time, and also how to answer the questions. And I want to address one more issue for students is like whenever we step into the examination hall, these thoughts run in our mind, like what will happen if I fail in this exam, what my parents would think, what my colleagues would think, or what my sir would think, what consequences will I face if I don't give this exam right. And even few of us have a habit like we count the number of questions, we start counting the number of marks we have attempted. See, doing all these things will really waste your time. You can think all these things after the exam. There is no rush. After the exam, after those 3 hours, those 24 hours, or those 3 months or 6 months until your entry into an IIT, you can think all this stuff. Just leave those 3 hours for gate exam. Please remember this point, because I know I have faced this when I have written my in different normal exams also. When I gave my JEE, I have faced this problem. That is why I'm telling. And I can also say, because I have followed this, no, I am not letting thoughts into my brain. I can really tell for those 3 hours with confidence, like I have not even had a single other thought. Like when will the exam be completed? What will happen after the exam? What is going on? Why am I not able to solve? All these questions you can think later. Just train your brain to think later. That's all. Just do the gate exam. Give those 3 hours your best. They should be like all those efforts should show in those 3 hours. Even if you work for 12 hours a day or 6 hours a day for those 4 to 5 months, but you are not able to concentrate for these 3 hours, those 6 months or 5 months is a waste, right? So you should really be able to focus for those 3 hours. And one more thing, I wanted to explain how do you answer these questions. Like we almost have 65 questions. So what I followed is like 10 questions are from aptitude and 55 were from normal core background. So what I did for 30 minutes, for first 30 minutes, I used to 30 matlab, for one question they're giving 3 minutes. So it's like most of us can finish this aptitude by 20 minutes also, because we have practice. But let's give 30 minutes. So these 10 questions I used to just solve them and keep it aside, because in gate exam you'll have sections, right? So the one section would be complete and I would feel like accomplishment, right? If I start solving core section, I still have a scary feeling that I have to finish one more section of general aptitude. So to avoid that thing, let's finish first general aptitude part, so I can feel a sense of accomplishment, like I have finished one part and I am left with only another. And when you come to this core questions, 55, you'll have 1 mark questions. Like a few questions will be like choose the options. Like immediately after you read the question, you can choose the option and you can answer the question. That is one type of questions. Other are just 1 mark questions where you have to apply small formula and one small step of calculation, you'll get the answer. And one more thing in these 1 mark questions, third one is like 1 mark questions, you will have a little bit of thought, or maybe you are unable to correlate the concept that you have studied. 3 types of questions in 1 mark. Similarly, all these types will be in your 2 mark as well. Easy questions that you can get an answer in a minute or two, and a little bit tough questions where you require a half-page solving. And another set is where you have to give it a struggle, right? You have to apply 3-4 concepts, and then you get a solution. So for this first 1.5 hour, you have to attempt only the questions that are 1 mark easy and 1 mark one step, 2 mark easy. These 3 type of questions. These 3 type of questions will almost give you 30 marks out of. Already we have solved 15 marks. This 30 marks you will get, and also in those 30 marks plus mathematics will be there. So mathematics almost 10 more marks. So almost 55 marks you can cover in these 2 hours. If you really focus on all these subjects and you're really good at formulae, these 55 marks you can really score very well. And I know while we are doing some calculations, some mistakes will be there. That is okay, that everybody has some. You need not feel bad like I could not score and all. We do mistakes, right? So I did this 2 hour process for first two, and the last 1 hour I used to spend for 1 mark questions, 2 mark tough questions, 2 mark lengthy questions. Why I'm telling you to attempt this for last 1 hour is like when you start solving a question, and if that lengthy question takes you 4 minutes or 5 minutes, suppose. So what happens after this 5 minutes? The pressure starts building. I have 65 questions. I have done only these many questions. You'll start calculating time. Like I should have used only 3 minutes. Why am I getting 4 minutes? And you don't get that question. Again, you do the question. Start doing. When you do this thing, no, one question will take 10 minutes, 20 minutes. What your ego does is like, why am I not getting this question? And you start spending time. This will happen. If this is happening at the end, there is no wrong. But this should not happen. But even if it is happening at the end, that won't be a drawback for you. But if it is happening in the beginning, then you lose all the time you have because of the pressure of the first question itself. So as it is online exam, no, even if you leave the question, it will be marked. So it is okay to just leave the question and move to the next one. Like that, you divide this 3 hour examination and then answer. And don't do this directly in your GATE exam. This will make you feel like difficult. When you're doing like a grand test in your home, like different test papers when you're solving, first follow this method, get used to this method, or if any other method is making you feel comfortable, then start using that also. You adjust the time. That is really very important. And this is the method I followed. And if any other method is making you comfortable, please do follow that also. Okay. So this is what I want to say about the examination hall tension and all. So please like remember this thing when you're giving your exam. Don't think of anything other than the question, answer, which concept you have to apply. Those three are the only things you have to think about. And also to get accustomed to reading questions and also deducing data from that, you have to keep on solving past year papers. That will really help you. It is not like I have done these papers, I have done a 10 set of papers, it's not like that. We have to do those questions twice, thrice, give it more number of times, so that it is how much time you will reduce while in reading the question and deducing the data, that much time you can spend on solving the question. Okay. So that is all I wanted to say. And if anyone is having some questions, please treat me as your friend and just your course student. So I am ready to answer the questions.
Yes, thank you, Aishwarya. Just give us some 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay, sir.
We will use some little bit presentation. Later, we will go for question and answers. Okay.
Okay, sir, that's fine. I'll be there.
You will be there right up to 5 o'clock. You have time, or
Yes,
you
sir,
have any
I do
meeting?
have.
Okay,
No,
okay.
sir. It is at 5:45, so I'm free.
Okay. Thank you. Now I would like to request Dr. Kulkarni sir to share his insights on this GATE Aerospace.
Before that, I would like Miss Aishwarya to can you glance through all your Excel sheet domain wise?
Yes, sir, I can share.
That would be
I
really
can share,
helpful
sir.
for students.
Yeah.
Sir, I actually shared this file to Anil, sir. You can give it to your students. I don't have an issue, sir.
Oh, no, but if you can glance through, you can guide through all these points,
Yes.
then it would be
Okay, so
just
how I
for 1 or
prepared
2
that and
minutes.
all. Yes, sir, I'll do it.
Please. Thank you.
Yes, sir, sure. So, sir, is the Excel sheet visible?
Yes.
Yes, it is visible.
Okay. I hope that everyone understood why I prepared the sheet. It will help you in revision. That was my main aim to prepare the sheet. So first thing here is like all 6 subjects, and I can say like why didn't I prepare for aptitude? I have one book which I used for aptitude, and I used to revise just that one book because almost every topic used to contain 100 sums or more. So I didn't feel a need to prepare another reference. So that is the reason I didn't include aptitude here. Other all 6 subjects are present. So coming to math, we have like 3 parts in mathematics. linear algebra, calculus, and differential equations. And the other, these four what you are seeing are like special topics. And I also forgot to emphasize on this. Core topics, you give your maximum, like study every single one of it. Don't leave, because you can't say if you prepare for 100%, maybe you would have retained 80. If you start retaining only 80, you prepare for only 80, you'll retain even less. So that will place you in a like a difficult situation. So you have to prepare for all the topics. Don't leave any topic from any subject. Special topics is your interest, your comfort, because really very less marks will be covered from the special topics. So what I did in linear algebra, there are subtopics, right? So these subtopics, I prepared a sheet. So like first column is like, do I have notes for these topics? Next, what are the reference books I was using? How many times I practiced? Here actually it is not picked because I have shared the edited one. In my file, I have written like how many times I have practiced. So this thing I used only for mathematics, just one reference actually. It is a book prepared by IES Masters. Like all the previous papers, it is almost a size of more than an inch, more than an inch. So it had all the things. So every topic from which unit it is there. So vector algebra, it was in unit 3 and it was chapter 1. Matrix algebra, it was in unit 1 and chapter 1. Continuity and differentiability, unit 2, chapter 3, like that. And what are these things is like what material I have related to this subject. I had notes, I had previous papers, I had short notes, I had formula. Because while revising, I have to revise all of these. Next, I had the PDF from my sir and calculus problems PDF, final PDF from another sir. I had few set of questions given by some other sir. So I just collected them all and I used to make a folder. So when I revise these things after a week, I used to just solve one or two problems from each and every PDF like that, covering one topic. And coming to structures, I think this will give you like more insight by how I use textbooks. So in structures also we have strength of materials, flight vehicle structures, structure dynamics, vibrations, and theory of elasticity. So what happens here in strength of materials, these are like a sum. It is like basic everything. So for this I have used one second. So here also I have notes, question papers, short notes, formulae, and some PDFs. And these are the textbook. The blue ones you see, light blue ones, those are the textbook I have. I have given just short names like R. Subramaniam, R. K. Bansal, mechanical vibrations. I have given short names so that I can write it down here. So now coming to stresses, state of stresses and strain. I took it from RS. All these examples I have solved related to that question. In that textbook, these are the examples what I could solve. And next coming to stresses and strain transformation. I have solved it from R.K. Bansal and these are the examples. And like that for everything, I wrote what exam, every topic, how many examples, what all examples I solved when I was studying the topic, I have written there. And you can also see like this was first time I did, this was another reference book. See, this has RS, but when I studied second time, I also did examples from RKB. So all these topics I have covered these many examples from 3.1 to 3.19 in chapter 2, from 1.5 to 7.7, 1 to 5 and 7 to 12 questions. So what this did help me, like whenever I used to start, like I have to do on shear force and bending moment diagrams. Notes would not be sufficient. So I used to go check the textbook where I have prepared. I used to revise all these examples. I told you, right, you should use 3 or 4 textbooks and keep on revising those textbooks. You need not go out of those textbooks. So whenever I used to go to that topic, I used to do all the sums again. That was for structures. Similar for aerodynamics also. See all initial overall category ones, and topics were like subtopics. And for each and every topic, what were the examples I have solved. And this was like what all material I had and what I had used while I was studying. Same for propulsion as well. So main topics, subtopics and the chapter numbers where I have done it from. What are the material I have? Similar for flight dynamics also. Space dynamics didn't require that much attention because you'll not get more than 3 to 5 marks. So my notes were sufficient. Sir, is it okay? Was it informative?
Yes, Aishwarya, definitely. Even I am planning to write that GATE exam once again. Yes, yes. So definitely that is very good actually.
You already talked in.
Yes, yes. Yeah, definitely that is very, very helpful for us. So I will share that Excel sheet with my students. So now I would like, yeah,
Yes,
thank you for that
very
valuable information. And now I would like to request Dr. Kulkarni sir to share his, yes.
Thank you, sir.
Later we'll go for question and answer session. Yes. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I'll be waiting.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Ms. Aishwarya. That was very helpful. Now, student must understand what is the extent of efforts you need to give to crack a gate. Okay. So that was very, very informative. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So I will not take your much time. I will be taking 5 or 10 minutes. I will just glance through what is the what are the topics you will be preparing for GATE under aircraft structures. Okay, so let me share my screen. I have just prepared this Excel sheet year wise. If you see, this is AE started at 2007. From 2007 onwards, these are the years for the GATE exam, and these are the subtopics. I have divided this aircraft structures part in these subtopics, and I have given the weightage of marks for each year. How many mark questions it has been asked in the GATE exams. Okay, so if you see here, vibrations, if you take vibrations, you can see this is average weightage for all the years. You can see this vibration and elasticity, the basics of elasticity that covers most of the part. Okay, so this is very, very important. Now, for vibrations, generally for 4-year exams, you have vibration at 4th year, last year. So 3rd year people may not have any idea of these vibrations, right? But again, you have to prepare. You have to prepare for GATE. That is very, very important. You can see here, maximum. This is the maximum marks you get in aircraft structure domain for vibrations. Then we have elasticity, then we have engineering mechanics, shear force and bending moments, then bending and shear stresses in beams, deflection of beams, torsion of prismatic sections, torsion of thin wall sections, buckling of columns and plates, theories of failures, shear of thin wall section, basic aircrafts. So basic aircraft structures. So these are, you can say, I have divided this whole aircraft structure into these broad domains. Okay, and you can understand that average, on an average, for each year, aircraft structure has been asked for 20% or 20 marks. Okay, so out of 7 subjects, you are getting 20 marks for structures if you study structures. Okay, so this is to tell you that how important this structure is. Okay, and again, there are various difficulty levels. There are very simple questions, there are very complex questions. Okay, but overall, if you go if you study these topics, you can cover maximum marks out of these aircraft structures. Okay, and what are the topics listed in these topics, subtopics? I have given in the second sheet. Let me explain, and I have given the reference book also to use for study these particular topics. So in vibration, we have vibration of single degrees of freedom, double degrees of freedom, multi degrees of freedom. So SHM, this undamped and damped vibration, these are very important things. Okay, whenever, if you see any vibration question, you will come across those numericals. Maybe it may be damped, it may be forced vibration, it may be undamped. Okay, So this is continuous vibration is also very important. For half of the questions what we have got for this vibration, they are from continuous vibrations, which are defined in terms of differential equations. Okay, so you should plan for these topics, and you should complete one topic one by one, these topics, so that you can complete this section, vibration sections. Okay, and these are the reference books you can use for these topics. GK Grover, these are very simple books. You go for these books and you try to solve all the questions. Remember that for gate, whatever means, mostly 80% of the gate syllabus will be covered in your degree course. Okay, so it is continuous process. It is not that you will prepare in 1 month. It is continuous process, so you have to prepare continuously for that. Okay, so if you complete subject wise, that would be very easier for you, as explained by Aishwarya also. So you have to do very continuously all this study. Okay, so then elasticity part, that is also very important part. And mostly if you look at the questions, you will see the questions based on Airy stress function, then question on stresses, one dimensional, two dimensional, three dimensional stresses. So this part is also very important, and you can go for these references. If you are going for basic elasticity, you can go for Timoshenko and Gray book. If you are going for strength of material or mechanics of material examples, like bars and stresses in bars, stresses on inclined plane, you can go for S. Ramamurthy, Andrew Peitel, and L.S. Srinath. Okay. So these are very good book as per my knowledge. Okay, there you may have different reference book also. See, each book has different approach for problem or for that particular topic. You have to choose what topic, what book you are comfortable with. Okay, but at the end, you must solve any example from any book. Okay, once you clear your concepts, that must be true. You should be able to solve any problem from any book. It doesn't matter on approach. Okay. Then engineering mechanics, it is a little less topic. It is not of much importance, but engineering mechanics is base for other calculations for aircraft structures. Okay, so that is also very important. You have to cover these topics also. Then we have shear force and bending moment diagrams, that if you remember from mechanics of material, you have solved for the shear force and bending moment diagram, and you will see at least one question, 2 mark question or 4 mark question in each question paper based on this shear force and bending moments. Okay, so you have to prepare for that also. And you can refer Ramamurthy for various problems, and you can refer Timoshenko and Giro for building up your concepts. Okay. Then bending and shear stress in the beams. Now this includes prismatic beams as well as thin wall beams, as you have studied in the aircraft structures. So bending of prismatic beams, that is square beam or circular beam, then bending of thin wall section beams, then bending of idealized sections, that will come under this particular topic. Okay, and as per the prismatic beams are concerned, you can refer your mechanics of material book, and for thin wall structures, that is aircraft structures, you can refer Maxon. Maxon is very good book to study all thin wall sections and idealized section beams. Then come deflections of beam. Then you will have questions on the deflections of beam also. And remember that this particular topic is important for vibrations also. Okay, there are certain problems that includes deflection of beams also. Okay, so you can see these topics are interrelated with each other. So it is not that very few questions is from this particular topic, so you will not study. It's not like that. It is building up your basics, and that basics will be useful for other topics, right? Then we have torsion. Now there are two types of torsion: torsion of prismatic sections and torsion of thin wall section, out of which you can get more weightage for torsion of thin wall sections because it has been asked many times. Okay, almost 2 to 3 questions will be there in each paper on these thin wall torsion sections. Okay, and again you can go for Maxon and L. Srinath for this particular topic. They are very good books. Okay. Then buckling of columns and plates. These are the topics they are I have included in this particular section, and mostly Euler's column will be asked. Then buckling of thin wall columns will be also asked. Buckling of plates will be also asked. So you have to give you have to study these parts also, these subtopics also. Okay. Then theories of failure. For each paper or each year, you will have at least one question from theories of failure. Okay, so you also have to prepare about these theories of failure. And if you know if you have studied these theories of failure, the basics of this lies in this elasticity topic. So here, if you see principal stresses, principal strain, then stress transformations, then you will be able to study these topics. So you can see this is also linked with the elasticity basics, right? Then shear of thin wall section, that is also very important as per your GATE is concerned. We'll have minimum 2 questions on the shear of these thin wall sections. Okay, so you refer Maxon for this. This is a very good book. We are referring that for aircraft structures 2 also, as you can see. And that particular part we are going to cover in the second unit of aircraft structures 2. Okay, and then basic aircraft structures, where we have loads on aircraft, then basic structural components of aircraft, then loads coming on the aircraft during maneuvering, that's acceleration, load factors. These things will come under this basic aircraft structures, and that is also given very good in Maxon. Okay. So that's what I want to convey. I will share this sheet with you. It is just to show that how important aircraft structure is and how we can go by subtopics and corresponding reference. Okay. So if you are planning for this study, you can plan according to these subtopics. Okay. So this month we will cover vibration. Next month maybe you will cover elasticity, and so on, depending upon your pace and your understanding. Right. So I think this will be sufficient now. And if you have any questions, you can ask that question after end of this session, right? So let me hand over to Anil Kumar sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much for your valuable insights. Now I will present
Thank you.
related to flight dynamics. Okay. Actually, what she has given already. Miss Aishwarya given already. That is very good insights actually related to flight dynamics and control. Even we have very few reference books for flight dynamics and control. Just I will present that screen. Just 1 minute. Yes, is it visible, that presentation? Yes, someone?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Thank you.
But please make it full screen.
Yeah, actually it is in full screen only, sir.
Is it?
Yes.
Sir, I think we should make it into slideshow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now?
Yes,
sir,
yes.
it's
Now
okay.
it is.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Now I don't want to discuss all these things because now in this presentation we are almost that ending part. So I don't want to discuss from starting onwards what is GATE and those things. But one thing I have to tell you, just you first decide why you are applying for this GATE exam. Okay, that is the main thing. So what I understand from this topper Aishwarya, so she missed that JEE exam. So that's why she prepared very well for this GATE exam to become an IITian. Okay, so there are some of my friends, why they written GATE exam to get some good package. Okay, so that is the thing. So first you have to decide why you are applying for this GATE exam, why you want to crack that GATE exam. That is the thing. Once if you decide that, then that will give motivation. Yes, that will give the motivation. So already Aishwarya discussed. So external motivation. So like this kind of webinars. Okay, if you watch some inspirational talk, that is temporary. So self motivation is always permanent. We have to motivate yourself, especially final year students. So now still you have only 4 months only, just 4 to 5 months for GATE exam. So you have to motivate yourself. So no one will come, no one will tell like just prepare that part and prepare this part. No, no one will tell like that. So you have to motivate yourself, especially for final year students. And this my presentation I will divide for into two types. One is for final year students, and second one is for second year and third year students. Okay, first I will discuss something about for final year students. Yes, coming to this GATE exam pattern. So almost this Aishwarya discussed everything, and Sir also spoke some given some good insights. General aptitude, you are getting 15%. That is nothing but 15 marks. General aptitude and engineering mathematics. So 30 marks you will get, definitely some 28 to 30. Just we'll see from past 3 years what is the GATE qualifying marks for aerospace engineering. For aerospace engineering in 2020, it is 27.2, and 2019 it is 33.5, and 2018 it is 34.4. That is nothing but 35. So just if you see past, we have from 2007, GATE aerospace started at 2007. If you see from 2007 to 2020, the average cutoff mark is some 28, 29. That means if you prepare quantitative aptitude and engineering mathematics, if you are perfect in these two subjects, then that is enough. You will easily qualify that GATE exam. That doesn't matter. Okay, qualifying GATE almost it's very simple, because I show you right already. Past 3 years, this is the cutoff: 2020, 2019, 2018. So 27, 33, 34. So if you are good in this aptitude and engineering mathematics, so you will get this qualifying marks. So that's why what we are insisting every day you have to study these two topics, at least morning 1 hour aptitude. That is very helpful for our placements also. Not only for GATE exam, even without aptitude there is no civil service exam also in this recent trends. So even civil service exam also they have some separate paper, CSAT. Okay, paper 2. There also aptitude is there. So without aptitude, after graduation, nothing. Okay, so aptitude is very important. So if you are good in this aptitude, so 15 marks, that is. And if you compare with other streams, for example mechanical, electrical, our aptitude, that standard is very I mean, they don't go for that much of hi-fi kind of things. Very easy things they will ask. I don't know why, but if you observe, just if you want, then you can check that previous 3 years GATE question papers. Our aptitude level is almost nominal, just very easy pattern. Why? Because we don't have so many references in these core subjects. So that's why they don't stress too much on this aptitude and mathematics part. In the same manner, engineering mathematics also, if you check with mechanical papers, mechanical mathematics papers and aerospace mathematics paper, our paper is easy somehow compared to mechanical and other streams. So my suggestion is just take one standard reference book for this. For example, aptitude, general aptitude. Directly you can take, they are giving some R.S. Agarwal and those things. If you want, you can follow one book. Otherwise, you can go with Arun Sharma, that quantitative aptitude by Arun Sharma, that CAT preparation, okay, textbooks. So that those are the one of the good books. And engineering mathematics, already Aishwarya told, like you can take one standard book from past 20 years mathematics questions for mechanical engineering. Okay, lot of books are available in market. Okay, so daily morning 1 hour aptitude, evening 1 hour engineering mathematics. You have to do this. So at least for final year students, this is the thing you have to do at least from now onwards, from today onwards. Okay, October 1st. So from today onwards, every day, 1 hour or 1.5 hour. So aptitude and engineering mathematics. Once if you are good in this two subjects, then GATE qualifying is nothing, very, very easy. Yeah, that is damn sure. And coming to our core things, so 30%. So it gone, I mean 30 marks gone. Remaining 70% marks related to core subject. What is this core subject? Even that is related to aeronautical. So anyway, that is aerospace. Generally, that GATE aerospace, we have that paper. So unfortunately, space dynamics, that portion is very, very like very, very low. So in 2018, I think in 2018, they asked 5 questions from space dynamics in 2018 only. From 2007 to 2020, in these 13 years, only in 1 year, that is in 2018, they asked 5 questions from space dynamics. Otherwise, hardly you will get 2 or 3 marks. That too from some standard, Kepler's equations and Kepler's and that orbital transmissions. Especially these 2 topics only they will ask. So now you don't worry about that space dynamics part. You have to put more focus on this, our core subjects like aircraft structures, aerodynamics, propulsion, and flight dynamics and control. So which one you have to prefer? I mean, these 4 core subjects, which one you have to study? That is the question. So someone will tell you have to study propulsion and aerodynamics. Someone will tell you have to study flight dynamics and aerodynamics. From these 2 subjects only you will get 70 marks. If you observe that pattern, 4 subjects are very, very important. Yes, every year, if you just I will give you for some example purpose, flight dynamics. So this is flight mechanics. Average you will get 15 marks. Already you have seen, right? Already Kulkarni sir presented. There also minimum 15 marks you will get from aircraft structures. So if you observe 15 into 4, 60 questions or 60 marks you will get from these 4 sectors. That remaining 10, that thing we cannot predict. That depends on luck. If you study in that particular year flight mechanics very well, they can ask more questions from flight mechanics. That is completely luck. But these 4 streams are very, very important. From every stream, you will get minimum 15 marks. Yeah. So this is the range. If you see from past 2007 question papers, so average you will get 15 marks from flight mechanics. If you go to that detailed distribution of that marks, especially from atmosphere, 1 to 2 marks you are getting. So how temperature will vary with respect to altitude, okay, and pressure, density, altitude, temperature, altitude. So already in elements of aeronautics we have discussed this thing for secondary students. And coming to final year students, if you are not good in this topic, so generally you can go with this one book that is called Robert C. Nelson. There we have some good information related to this topic, atmosphere. Otherwise, we have one course that is fixed wing unmanned air vehicle designed by Dr. Subramanian Sadarla. So first two video lectures. So he given some good information about this atmosphere. We don't know they will ask this time or not, but you have to prepare. So if you see, this is the syllabus for flight mechanics, what they have given in this GATE site. And in each section, if you observe in each section, they given minimum, you are getting 1 mark, some pull up, pull down maneuver. So every year, somehow you cannot predict which one is important, which topic is important. Yes, so what you have to do, you have to prepare everything. Every topic you have to prepare. There is no alternative. Yes, even for second year students or third year students or final year students, every topic is important. So it is not like our university exams. Before one day, I will open that previous questions and I will study that thing. Tomorrow I will write it. No, it is not like that. Every topic is important for GATE exam. This is the marks distribution for that exams. Actually, I plan to give that references, but what she already forwarded one Excel sheet, right? So that is enough actually. Already she explained. So you study one book for 10 times. Don't go with some 10 books. Don't go like that. Just you take one book, one standard reference book, and study that book almost from 10 times. That will give that will increase your chances. Okay. So you have to study one book 10 times. Don't go with 10 different books. And coming to this flight mechanics, so you can divide this thing into aircraft performance and flight dynamics. In aircraft performance, you will get unaccelerated flight and accelerated flight. So in unaccelerated, you have this climbing, gliding, study level flight. Every year they have some 2 to 4 marks from study level flight, and climbing 1 to 2 marks, and gliding 1 to 2 marks. So every year they will ask some, at least they will ask some common data questions. You cannot predict this thing. You cannot, I mean, we cannot tell, okay, this is the important topic, you have to study only this topic. No. Even this time, there is some little bit change in that gate pattern. IIT Bombay, they are giving this question paper. So already we have discussed, right, in that GATE Aerospace Forum. So everyone just solve that assignments, that Introduction to Aerospace Engineering by Dr. R.K. Pant. Okay. So probably just once you solve that assignments, I don't know how many members are solved. So here the main problem is the dedication. You have to be more dedicated. So already you observed the topper strategy. So based on that, you have to decide. There is no important topic. The same manner, there is no shortcuts for for victory. The hard work is the key for success. Yes. So this is the longitudinal static stability, some 4 to 5 marks. Directional stability. Just you tell me which topic you will leave in this. In these topics, you tell me. You tell me just which topic is important. Everything is important. Okay. Just coming to this reference books. Okay. Robert C. Nelson. Okay, for stability and control. Otherwise, you can go with Pammadi. Okay. Performance and Stability and Control by Pammadi. One book is there. And one more thing is Aircraft Performance and Design by John D. Anderson. These 3 books are enough for this flight dynamics and control. Once if you finish, no need 3 books also, you can choose Aircraft Performance by Anderson and Pammadi or Nelson. Just choose one book from this, Pammadi or Nelson. If you are regular to my class, then you choose Pammadi book instead of Nelson. If you are not regular, now you are preparing for GATE exam for flight mechanics and control, you take that Nelson book. Okay, somehow it is very easy. Then you just study these 2 books. One is Aircraft Performance and Design by Anderson, and second one is Robert C. Nelson, Aircraft Stability and Control. Just study these 2 books within 15 to 20 days, and after that, last 3 months, you just practice numericals. Yes, probably now we are a little bit busy, but end of this November, we will give some some assignments kind of things up to some GATE standard. Yes. Okay. So you don't think too much, but just you have to work hard for this to crack GATE exam. Already you observed this topper strategy. So yeah, you have to be. There is no shortcuts. Yes. If you have any questions related to this GATE preparation, now we will discuss some. Already it is 4:43. Just 10 minutes. We will discuss some question and answers. Yeah. What I'm going to conclude, just there is no shortcuts. And you want to just crack that GATE exam, you have to study every topic. There is no alternatives. Yes. And for second year and third year students, my suggestion is you just be regular to the class. Okay, just be regular to the class, and you tell me after that you solve that GATE questions. If you are unable to solve that questions, then okay, then let's see, we will agree. Yes, we are not clearing your doubts. Okay, but first you be regular to the class. That is my suggestion for second year and third year students. And for final years, you have to follow this method. Just take some two textbooks as the reference and study them some 10 times, 20 times, as much as possible. This is the strategy to crack GATE exam. Yeah, just already structures Kulkarni sir explained. Just coming to this, aerodynamics and propulsion. Already she forwarded on Excel sheet. I will forward that thing to you. There some reference books are there. And coming to these 2 things, aerodynamics and propulsion, there is one book actually that is called E. Radhakrishnan. Okay, Gas Dynamics by Ethirajan Radhakrishnan. That first 120 pages is very, very important for aerodynamics as well as propulsion. There he will give some brief introduction about that basics for aerodynamics in the same manner propulsion also. So that thing you have to study. And one more thing is, till now you have not started anything for GATE exam preparation. What you have to do? So take one book that is called Introduction to Flight. I mean Fundamentals of Flight by John D. Anderson. First study that book. Once if you study that book, you will understand what is aeronautics. Later solve the previous gate questions. After that, you come with that as per, I mean, in which area you are interested. Is it propulsion or aerodynamics? Just go to that books. That is the method you have to follow, especially for final years who are in final year, okay, who are writing gate exam within 4 months. This is the thing you have to do. And one more thing is you have to give sincere attempts. Yes, that is from my side. Yeah. Now just if you have any questions, then we'll continue with the question and answer session. Yes. Is that is clear, everyone? If you have any questions, then you can ask topper, Miss Aishwarya Rani. Yes, we have any.
So
Hello,
my
sir.
question,
Okay. Just a minute, Pavitra. I'll take up the question. But sir, I wanted to mention a point here. Actually, what I wanted to say is like we get like numerical answer type questions, right? We have to write your answers up to 3 points or 2-point numbers.
Up to 2
After
decimals,
that.
yes.
Yeah, some questions that he'll ask you like 3 decimals also sometimes.
Yes.
So what happens is like a few people make approximations and you'll get a different answer from what is the range given in the solution.
Yes,
That
yes.
happened with me actually for 6 marks, sir. Like
Why?
the upper limit was 0.012 and my answer was 0.013.
Okay.
And like that, for lower limit of 1.18, I have written 1.17, and also 0.018, I have written 0.019. These 3 mistakes lost me 6 marks, which I have lost the 9th rank for this GATE exam.
Yeah.
So you
That
can
is the thing.
understand like how much competition will be there, and also everybody says like we have only 4,000 students. What is the competition for you? Nothing like that. A mechanical has 1 lakh, 2 lakh. There is
Yes.
nothing like that, sir. This 6 marks lost me almost like 20 ranks.
Yes, yes.
So
Yeah.
please, while you're doing those approximations, take up like suppose he is asking your until 3 decimals. For every intermediate value, take until 3 decimals or more.
Yes.
Instead of taking until 1 decimal, final give 3 decimal approximation. That one you have to remember for numerical answer type. That is the most mistake everybody does.
Yes.
Everybody will lose marks there only. That range is really short this time. Like almost in the range of the numbers, you'll have 3 or 4. That's all.
Yeah.
So that will be so precise. Please be careful while answering numerical type.
Yeah. Thank you, Aishwarya. Yes. Anyone? Yes, Pavitra. Yes, you can continue with your question.
question is to Aishwarya.
Yeah.
So how many months did it take for you to master these subjects, and how many hours did you study per
Okay.
day?
Answering this one, I actually had to take another year after 4th year because I was involved in some competitions of national and international level in my BTech 3rd and 4th year. I could not spend my time on GATE. So I have taken an additional year. So from almost from July to February, I had time. And in the starting 3 months, I could spend like 7 hours. So I could spend 7 hours a day. That was fine, and I could solve all the problems. But when it comes to next 3 months, I started to increase my time. Almost like 9 hours I used to spend. It is not 24 hours I'm mentioning. I could spend only 6, 7, 9. I used to increase hours per month. And last 2 months I have given 12 hours. I admit that. I used to sit all the time with my books. Those 2 months I have taken 12 hours. And I used to sleep for 7 hours. It takes other things require time as well. You have to take breaks in between. You need to have lunch. So that is what I used to do. Is that clarifies your doubt, Pavitra?
Yes, thank you.
So you're 4th year student, or
4th year, finally.
so I can help you with one thing. Like you have only 4 months, right, for your exam? Like 4
Yes,
or more.
4 months.
So what you do is like I think I don't take pressure about now BTech because BTech final year. Maybe you'll be having some projects, I do understand. But the other time, all you spend other than classes you listen, all the other time, give it to GATE. There is nothing wrong in spending a whole day. It is not like only I have to give only 5 productive hours per day. It is not like that. Make 24 hours productive. And sleeping for 7 hours also counts productive. Please remember that. Don't exert yourself. So other time other than your studying classes, give it to GATE. That's all. Okay. Actually, Harsha has asked a doubt, like number of questions you could attempt in 2020. Out of, like, I could attempt all general aptitude, but other than those, in 55 questions, I would only attempt 45. I left 10 questions. I wanted to leave 10 questions. Because out of my reach. And always remember, like if you're unable to sign, you just think like, oh, if my answer flukely matches, it will give you 2 marks. But if it doesn't match, it will lose you what you already gained. Just remember that. If you cannot answer the question, just leave it. There's nothing wrong. And
Hello.
so next one.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, who's this?
Yeah, this is Durvankur Pavaskar.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, you told something for general aptitude. You are preferring some book. Can you please tell me the name of that?
I actually have to check back. Is it okay if I forward it later to Anil sir?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so he'll give you that Excel sheet.
Yes, Aishwarya, you can share with me, then I will share in that group.
Okay, sir. And I would also want to help these guys. Like I have a PDF copy of all my notes.
Yes, Aishwarya, you share with me, then I will share to that CR, expect to share. She can share, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they really have only 4 month time and they wanted to prepare for GATE. I have all subjects PDF because I have done it for my friends.
Yeah.
So I can share that.
Yeah, thank you. If you have any that any mock exams kind of thing, PDFs also you can share with me.
Yes.
That
Sir.
PDFs I will share with the
I'll
students.
throw them in my drive and I'll send you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Last 2 minutes, if you have any questions, then you can ask to Aishwarya. Even for us, I mean, we are available only in department. Any student, if you want to ask questions to Aishwarya, just you can.
So we can go till 5:15. I'm fine with it.
Yeah, we'll wind it up.
If they really
Yeah,
want.
yes, let's see. Just yes, anyone?
No.
Any questions? Any
You
questions?
can ask your silly doubts as well. I know you'll have doubts.
Yes, Abhishek. Any questions? Yes, Kiran, Shamali. Any questions?
Hello, sir.
Yes, Abhishek.
Sir, I had a doubt that
Yes.
to be specific for aircraft structures.
Yeah.
So there are some courses available on Coursera as well. So my question is to everyone that should we only go for a reference book, or is it fine if we follow some video references as well?
First we will.
Can I answer that?
First, Aishwarya will answer. Later, Kulkarni sir. Later, I will take to that. Yes.
And Abhishek, that's really a good doubt because as we are students, it's right. We have done our BTech for 4 years, but will not be clear with all the concepts. So what you do if you're unable to understand a certain topic in your textbook, immediately click that topic in YouTube, and you'll find number of videos that can clarify your doubts. You can do that for any topic. Even few channels are there in YouTube that specially teach you only GATE syllabus. For Aero, they're there. So even if once you type the topic, they'll give you all the details on that topic.
Yeah. Sir, Kulkarni sir.
Yes. What is your name? Abhishek. As I said earlier, it doesn't matter what textbook you refer or whatever matter you refer. it doesn't matter. You just have to clear your concepts, but make sure that you can solve any problem related to that topic using that concept. That is my logic. So you can go for any material. If you are comfortable with lectures, you go for it. If you are comfortable with textbooks, you go for it. If you are comfortable with Indian author textbooks also, it doesn't matter. You go for it. But at the end, you should be able to solve every problem related to that particular topic using your concepts. That's what I think.
Yes, Abhishek, my opinion is actually that depends on you. If you are good in listening, then you watch that videos. If you are good in studying, okay, then you can take one reference book and you study. That depends on you. Especially for me, I am very bad in this studying part. Generally, I am the good listener, so I will go with that videos only. Okay, that depends on you. Just take some standard videos and standard textbooks. So just if you are good on that listening skills, then you go with video. If you are good in the studying, okay, then you go with the textbook. Finally, you have to clear that concept. Okay, that is the ultimate aim. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Yeah.
Aishwarya.
Yeah, it's okay.
Any questions? Yeah. Yes, anyone? Just the last 2 minutes. Just respond, because I'm in that computer center. Okay, within that 5 o'clock, sharp 5 o'clock, they will switch off everything. Yes. Shall I conclude? If you have any question with to interact with the topper, just tell me. Last 1 minute. Yeah. Just okay. I would like to request Dr. Kulkarni sir to give thanking note.
Yes, thank you, sir. I would like to thank Ms. Aishwarya for giving this very insightful and very detailed way to attempt GATE. Not even she did not even consider technical aspects, but she also have covered how to appear, how to prepare for the GATE, what are the methods, and that method I think is very effective. Actually, when you were explaining these parts, I actually remembered my type when I appeared for the GATE. So that was very good. Not means you have gone much detail, but I did not appear in that much detail actually. So you have prepared very systematically. You have made those Excel sheets and all these things. I did not do that, but I remembered my days. That's all. So I think students, this approach is very good, very systematic. You can track your progress, and you can see in which part you are lagging, which part is taking much time to you to understand, to prepare. Okay, so that is very systematic way, and now you must have know that what efforts you have to put to crack a GATE. Okay, so that is not easy thing, and on the other hand, it is not also a difficult thing. If you are very systematic in your way, you can achieve what you desire. Okay, so on that note, I would like to thank Ms. Aishwarya. Thank you very much for sharing your experience with all of us. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you, Aishwarya. And just be ready. Probably within 1 year, some of my students will come to IIT Kanpur. Okay, you have to guide them. Yes.
My juniors I'm expecting, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm expecting them, sir, as my junior.
Yes. And remember.
Sir, I also would like to thank.
Yeah.
Okay. I would also like to thank the principal, Dr. Jayant, HOD of Aeronautical Department, Dr. T.R. Anil, and also your faculty, Mr. Anil K. Nakkala, and also Dr. K.V. Kulkarni of KLS Gokte Institute of Technology, for providing me this opportunity to share my experiences and also guide my fellow aeronautical students. I really thank you all for patiently listening to me. I moved a bit fast, so thank you.
Yeah, thank you one and all. I wish you all the best for your GATE 2021, and I wish you all the best for Aishwarya for her MTech. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.